Hi, and welcome to Boxhead Reviews. My name is Joe Canty, and this channel is basically dedicated to reviews of music and films. I'm a music nerd and a film nerd, and I'm always giving my opinions to my friends on the latest releases, and I've always considered blogging and filming myself and whatever, and I never really got around to doing it. So that's what this is, me talking about my passions and reviewing some new music and some new films. Having said all that though, this first review is neither music or film. Each week I'm going to be reviewing Game of Thrones Season 5. Big Game of Thrones fan, love the show, I'm currently reading the books. I've read the first 3 volumes and I'm currently reading A Feast for Crows. And as far as I'm aware, I'm pretty much up to the current story in which Season 5 of the show is beginning with now. Although some scenes and stories are ahead in the show. It is all just a little confusing really. But anyway, it's exciting for me because although I knew a little bit about what characters were going where, on the whole I don't know anything about this current season. You could say I know nothing. So it's all very exciting for me. The show's creators have promised that characters are going to die, some that don't die in the books, so I just can't wait to see how it all unfolds. And so, on with the review. Season 5, Episode 1. The Wars to Come. As an episode of Game of Thrones and the first episode of the return of a new season, I thought the episode was pretty strong and it started Season 5 on a very good level. I was pretty shocked that they included near enough every one of the main players. Cersei in King's Landing, Tyrion now in Pentos with Varys, Daenerys in Meereen, Jon at the Wall now with Stannis, and Sansa leaving the Eyrie with Littlefinger. The only main character that didn't feature that I can think of is Arya, and I guess Dorne as a place which we'll be introduced to. What I class as B characters, we got Brienne in there briefly, as well as Loras and Marjorie a bit, but no Theon or Roose Bolton, who it seems now Stannis is going up against. But as a whole, I thought the episode was a strong return and a good introduction to the new season. So yeah, the episode begins then with, we see 2 girls walking through a forest. I knew of the scene, I heard about it, I know it's a scene from the books. And yeah, I'd seen in the trailer and I'd heard they cast a young Cersei, so I knew of the scene. I wasn't sure if it would open the season, but I thought it was good. I thought it set the tone for the episode, and yeah, the first ever flashback in Game of Thrones. I thought it was pretty cool. It was pretty well done. Cut to then Tywin's funeral in the present day. We see Cersei then, yeah, as a woman again, and that scene, yeah, I thought was pretty good. Made me laugh a little bit as Cersei went in and she told everyone to wait outside, and we see Jaime in there sticking that they'd had sex on top of their son. Were they going to do it in front of their dad? Wouldn't put it past them. Also, creepy blue-eyed Tyrant. Cut to then Tyrion, now in Pentos, with Varys, who's saved him. He's got him out of King's Landing. Really good scene. I thought strange seeing Tyrion like mopey and sad and regretting everything he's done almost, and that was strange. Didn't have the confidence that we've come to know that he has, and I thought the scene was very good. Varys pretty much proving why he's my favourite character in the show. Just brilliant scene, brilliant dialogue, and completely captivating. Then we get Daenerys, start of her season, and for me I was shocked. It's open with the harpy being pulled down, which I've seen from the trailer, and yeah, I just didn't expect it to open with that. I thought it was, wow, what a way to start the season, gosh, fantastic. And yeah, it was a very, very good start, and we cut to one of the Unsullied going to a whorehouse, and he's murdered by a gold-masted assassin. So didn't really know too much about them. Obviously Daenerys spoke a little bit about them, but they're obviously going to make a play at her, and we've seen again from footage from the trailer in the fighting pits, so that'll be interesting to see how that one goes down. We've got Jon at the wall. I was really glad to see that Sir Alistair is still alive after the battle at Castle Black. That was really good. I think he's a great character. He's such a bastard to the bastard. But yeah, I was really glad to see he's still alive. I thought it was really good seeing him train with Oliver, and then all of a sudden, bang, Melisandre just suddenly there, and it just really, obviously I know the events at the end of season 4, but I didn't expect to see her there almost, not used to seeing her there, and I thought that was brilliant. And then, yeah, 4 massive characters together, Jon, Melisandre, Stannis and Davos, really cool to see. And I also thought Stannis' reference to Robb, saying how he was murdered by Roose Bolton, I thought it was a bit of a dick move, really, given that he'd thrown his name into the fire anyway, so he wanted him dead, but he's basically trying to get Jon on board, and a bit of a dick move from Stannis. Then we get Sansa introduced for the first time this season then, and I thought she looked like so much like her mother, which was really strange. Her hair and the black cloak, and yeah, just really looking like her mum. I also really enjoyed Robert getting bitched as well, which was brilliant. Yeah, enjoyed hearing him squirm. We've got rid of Joffrey. Fingers crossed his mum's not around anymore. He'll be following her through the mood. Then we see Brienne with Podrick, and although it was very brief, I was a bit shocked, a bit sad. All the ground they kind of made up, Podrick being there for her, and Brienne was going easy on him, you thought, and they were getting a bit of a friendship, but that looks like her battle with the Hound has affected her, and she was very angry, and yeah, I felt a bit sorry for Podrick, as I think a lot of people. A bit of a fan of Pod. I think he's as Tyrion said, he's the greatest squire in all the land. And then of course as well, like, what the hell, just cut and we hear that Pod's trying to get Brienne to go and look for Sansa, and then very close to each other, and she's just waving out of the cart, might as well. See ya. So that was, yeah. Back to King's Landing then, and Cersei has a cup of wine in her hand, no surprise there. And we also see Lancel back since the Battle of Blackwater to Bay in season 2, and his father, Sir Kevan. So that was, yeah, good to see the two of them both back. They're interesting characters, I think. Also thought the speech that Lancel gave Cersei was, yeah, interesting. He's changed a lot, so you can just tell that's definitely a sign of things to come. And we get Loras in bed with his lover, Oliver, and they're talking about Dawn and how it's like a mark on Loras looked like Dawn, and I thought that was a bit weird, but interesting, obviously telling the audience about sign of things to come. And then when he left and Marjorie came in, and I thought their conversation, her and her brother, very interesting about Cersei, and how Marjorie just said perhaps things may not work out as planned. Again, sign of things to come, is all building. One of my favourite scenes then of the episode, Tyrion and Varys again in Pentos, and I liked how they introduced each other with their titles, and the Spider and Master of Whisperers and the Half-Man and the Imp. I thought that was cool, but just again, Varys was such a brilliant character. I think for me, he always has an answer for something, and he just almost always appears in control, although he he's worrying, I bet, a lot of the time, and I just thought it was a brilliant scene, really great dialogue. Scene again that we'd watched from the trailer, we watched a little bit, but to see the full scene I thought was brilliant, and it's just such an exciting prospect. Tyrion meeting Daenerys, just wow, it's going to be brilliant, I think. So yeah, very, very good scene, I thought. One of my favourites of the episode, definitely. Then back with Daenerys, she gets a couple scenes. First I thought it was a little bit boring with the man from season 4 about the Masters and the fighting pits. Yeah. Then with Daario I thought it was a better scene. I thought, yeah, showing why he's a good character and interesting to get a bit of backstory into his past. I thought that was very interesting. And then also Daenerys saying as well, finally admitting that she can't control the dragons anymore. Yeah, we haven't heard that, so wow, she's finally admitting that she's not this all-powerful mother of dragons and maybe they can't be tamed, which obviously we see in her next scene, which obviously was really cool, really tense. I thought we'd get the scene from the trailer, which is the dark, and then you just kind of see this image just kind of appear, and then the light, the fire comes out of the mouth, and you see the dragon's face, and then yeah, you see the dragons are bigger, and yeah, that was exciting. They look good. So yeah, that was a good scene, and pretty surprising obviously for Daenerys. She's the dragons are angry and they've remembered. So it's yeah, again, very interesting to see where it's all going to go. And then finally we return to the north at the wall, Castle Black and Jon, and we have again, yeah, a couple of scenes there ending the first episode, and I thought it was very, very good. Jon is really grown up. That's all what I took from the scene with Mance, hearing him talk. He's a man now, and he's not afraid to say things. You can see that he really cares for Mance, who is another character that I like. With his beliefs, and obviously then the end. Wow, it was, never has an arrow been more needed. I think it was hard to watch, and the music suddenly became very like evil, I thought, as well, and you see that he's in pain. It was bad. It was a very long scene. You see Jon leave, and yeah, definitely I've never had more love, I think, for Jon Snow in the entire series than that. Such like, I was brave and standing up against Stannis. He's putting himself first for his friend, and yeah, that was a brilliant way to end the episode for me. So to conclude, episode 1, The Wars to Come, very good start to season 5. You can feel something big is coming. It's building to something for various characters in different places. Favourite scenes, Melisandre suddenly appearing at the wall. She's suddenly there, and yeah, asking Jon to go and see Stannis. Two huge characters coming together. Really cool to see Stannis and Jon together. Very, very good. The scene with the dragons I thought was surprising and exciting. Very well done. They've grown. Yeah, they look really good. Look really realistic as well. Doesn't look fake like with Daenerys there as well. In the same shot you can see the fire. Yeah, really, really good, really exciting scene. The harpy being pulled down, didn't expect to see that at the start of Daenerys' season. Thought that was, yeah, really, really good. That really impressed me. Varys' speech to Tyrion in their second scene together, like the harpy that we'd seen in the trailer. Watching the full scene now, I thought was fantastic. Brilliant dialogue. Varys showing why he's my favourite character. Really great scene, and as well taking from it the thought of Tyrion and Daenerys coming together. Really exciting prospect. My favourite scene of the episode then was, no surprise, the end with Mance and Jon. Thought it was a really good scene, really well done, really emotional as well. Sad for Mance. It's a good character, I liked him, but really glad for Jon doing that, putting his friend out of his misery because he was his friend, and yeah, never had more love for the bastard in the entire series, so good on you, Jon Snow. So that was my review of Game of Thrones Season 5 Episode 1, The Wars to Come. Thank you very much for watching, hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe and share and all that, and I'll see you soon for another review. Cheers, bye for a while.